hard-fought game, tough loss, did some really good things, to fight back, got the lead, got up 4, and then we had the rebound play involving Williams, where he was able to get 2 free throws, and then the Tatum play, we were on the way to double team, and there was just a slight hesitation, and then he basically shot over Torrey, and Lance was on the way, but he needed to just go a little bit harder, and a little more decisively. So tough loss. Once again, it's a broken record, but I love the way we're competing. We just tonight we could have had more to show for it.
I know you talked about competing, and Domas struggled to shoot the ball, but he still had 23 rebounds, 10 assists. What does it say about him to continue to fight and just scrap and give the team a chance to win?
Yeah, look, Domas is going to always fight. He's going to fight, through any situation. He's going to keep playing the same way. He's going to keep competing the same way. He was picking up his teammates during all stretches of the game where things weren't going particularly well. And it was a mucked up game with their switching and some other stuff. And he got hit in the face a couple times, and it just, but he just keeps coming. He just keeps coming. And so we'll look at the film. We'll have to see who we have available on Wednesday. But we'll look forward to having another shot at playing these guys.
And then obviously the big night from Torrey Craig off the bench, especially in the fourth quarter. What did you like from him? First game back from protocols, and looked like he never left.
He did a great job. I mean, the lineup we had in there down the stretch, was a lineup that matched up, well versus their 2 great wing players. And Torrey was great. He's aggressive. Offensively, he was getting buckets off activity and good step-in shots. Doing what he does, and that's what we need him to do. O'Shea gave us good minutes. Really, everybody that played did good things. It's just, it's just a shame we were unable to finish it.
Was it a matter of just missing some shots at the end, or it was pretty close throughout the entire game, throughout the overtime period? So it's just a matter of making shots. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look at it. I looked at a couple of plays at the end. I didn't look at all of our shots. I know we made a couple of difficult ones. I know we were up against the clock a few times. We'll have to look at all that stuff and see where we can get better and make the adjustments.
Are those the moments when you miss a guy like Malcolm, like Harris, to have another ball handler, creator out there on the floor?
Yeah, but you can't bellyache about who you don't have. We gotta focus on who we do have. The guys we did have put their hearts into the game, gave us a chance to win, and the work goes on. We got to keep fighting.
Like you said, you got to look at the shots. But Lance had a very good shot late in OT. He had that open look 3. You had to feel good about that right there. You're down 3 at that point.
Yeah, we had some good looks, and we had some difficult looks up against the clock, and we'll look at all of it and see where we can improve for Wednesday. But I'm once again very proud of the way these guys are fighting and competing and scrapping and sticking together, and that's got to be who we are.
On that note, it seems like, Rick, even in defeat lately, you've overall been pretty happy with the level of play. As you get healthier, can the positives of a game like tonight pay off in the future?
Well, I obviously believe that is the case. As things are difficult, difficult times create strong people. And it's been a difficult stretch, really, for the foreseeable past. But this kind of effort and this kind of unselfishness, is the kind of stuff that's going to make us stronger and better, and not to mention getting some guys back, hopefully sometime soon. We'll have to see about that.
Scott? Rick, is Calvert in the protocols?
Yes, he is. I forgot to mention that before the game.
Christos, go ahead.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Coach, your team fought hard until the end of the game, and Lance Stevenson brought a lot of energy. How contagious his energy is to the whole team?
Yeah, he's given us a big lift, and he did a lot of really good things tonight. It's a difficult setting here. I mean, we got a full house. It's Boston. It's a raucous crowd. It's a team that's a good team that we're playing against. So it's a difficult set of circumstances, but he once again did a lot of good things. And we're not a perfect team by any stretch, but we're working at playing to our strengths as best as we can and trying to help each other, cover up our weaknesses.
Torrey, when did you enter the protocols, and what have the last few days been like for you just to go in, come back out, come back from the groin, play well tonight?
When I enter it?
Yeah.
After the Brooklyn game, I sat out because of my groin, and then I think I tested after that, and I was in for like 3 days after that. But I came out pretty fast.
Yeah. What was it like just getting back in the groove and obviously coming back from that, the groin, and having the game you had tonight?
Yeah, I was just really just sitting at home trying to quarantine, and until I tested negative, and once I did that, I came to the next practice. But I sat out because of my groin, and then got here yesterday and tested it out today and before the game. And if I feel like I can play, I'm going to play no matter what. So I went out there and tested it out and felt like I could play. So that's what I did.
Can you take us through just the way you played in the fourth quarter? You took over 10 points in the fourth quarter, another 2 in overtime. What was your mentality when the game was on the line to just keep slugging?
I was just playing basketball, man. Just trying to make the right plays, right reads, take the right shots. I know we're down a couple of guys, so it's very important for guys to be more efficient, more precise in what we're doing. So that's what I try to do.
Good. Pat, go ahead.
Torrey, you referenced it a little bit there, but you were having a really good game in New York. You had a groin injury, you dealt with COVID, and you came on the other side with a strong effort tonight. What's been the key to you to just battling all this adversity and having success through it?
Just learning how to play more with the guys, trying to figure out how I can be more effective when I'm on the court. Me and Coach had a talk one night, and ever since then, things been going pretty smoothly for me. So I'm just trying to stay aggressive, like I said, make the right plays, take the right shots when they're available. But none of that matters if you don't get a win. So I know we got these guys again pretty soon, so be ready for that.
Scott?
Torrey, you made reference to a conversation with Rick. What was that conversation kind of centering around?
He was just trying to help me take the right shots in the offense, just to play my game and kind of just help me settle in a little bit when I'm out there on the court. And that's what I would try to do the New York game and tonight. But like I said, we didn't win, so it really doesn't matter.
Then you were in the protocols just 2 days, so does that, I assume that means you had a false positive? Is that your understanding?
You know what, I actually don't know, man. It's such a, I really don't know, because I was in for 2 days and then tested negative, so I don't know. I don't know if that's considered a false positive or how that works, but I'm just glad I'm out of protocol.
Well, one more. Pat, go ahead.
Rick referenced that there are a lot of things that he's seen from this team, the process over the last couple of weeks, despite the result not being there. You personally, how do you balance when there are positives over a stretch of play where you're not getting the number of wins that you would like?
Well, with all the guys we had out, and a lot of guys we do have out, I mean, you can't ask for for much more than what this group of guys have done. I feel like we've competed in every game since guys have been out. We've had a chance to win every game, and that's all you can really ask for. If guys go out there and after the game, you know you had a chance to win, you feel like you competed, then I mean, it is what it is. But even though we haven't been winning games, like our competitiveness, our fight, our grit has been next level. So if we continue to play like that and stay with it, we're going to get some wins. I can guarantee you that.
Domantas, say that hit there, I think it was like in the face or something. Can you just explain what happened and how you kept going, like you might have got poked in the eye or something?
Yeah, I got poked in the eye on that one play. Ref apologized later. Next play.
Do you feel like you get, well, how do I frame this without, do you feel like you get beat up in the post?
Sometimes, refs just let it play. They say I'm a physical player, so it's hard to call it both ways supposedly. So I just got to play through it. I'm not going to change how I play.
And speaking of playing through it, not only your fight, this is the fight of the team. What do you think of just fighting to the end, but also just having a way against not being able to pull it out again?
I think I'm proud of the team today. We started the game missing a lot of wide open shots. I feel like everybody didn't shoot great the first half, and in the second half we stuck with it. We fought, we defended good, and it put us in position to win the game.
And then what did you think of Torrey's performance? I know he, as a role player, he might not get the same amount of touches every single night like a guy like you, or even Lance these last few games. But for him to, one, play as well as he did off the bench, but do it out of protocols with the groin thing last week, how difficult is that for someone to do that, and what do you think of his performance?
He's been big time. I was telling him all game, we're in this game because of you. He defended really well all game, against their two all-stars, and I just try to keep them motivated. That's what we need, for guys to come out and bring energy, and he's always stepped up when his name's been called.
Good. Pat, go ahead.
Domas, last game your shot was falling, you had a career high in points. Tonight it's a much more physical game where you're having success on the glass and in the assist column. Can you just describe the dichotomy of the last two games and how different they've been for you?
I feel like I just missed a lot of bunnies today, a lot of normal shots that I usually make, so that's really much it, and then on the other side, just trying to find my teammates open, they were doubling me on the post, so I was trying to get guys open, get the ball moving and cause a problem.
One more, Tony, go ahead.
Domantas, what did you sense is the difference for you guys in overtime when you had a little bit of a dry spell and couldn't get some buckets?
We got stops, We got stops when we couldn't score there for a while, and that put us back in position, and I think that was important. We just needed to convert on the other end.